My name is Dana Michel, and I'm a contemporary dance maker and performer from Montreal. What is dance? It's such a drastic question. Dance is the body moving. That's it for me. The body is moving, we are dancing. Yeah, I was born and raised in Ottawa. My parents are from the Caribbean, and so I'm first generation Canadian. They came here to give me a better life, to give me opportunities that they didn't have. My uncle was an accountant, and he had a briefcase, and he looked very, very important and very serious, and I thought that that was obviously what I should be doing. And so I studied accounting, and I was quite serious about it. I was in the accounting club. Okay, and then at a certain point, I decided, no, I'm gonna need something a little bit more human and a little bit more creative, and so I moved into marketing and human resource management. And it was around the same time that I started going to raves, and so I was business briefcase suit by week and raving, dancing all weekend. And basically at a certain point, the huge kind of pivotal moment was I was sitting in the office and I opened up a newspaper and saw some ad for the Concordia Contemporary Dance Department. Called and spoke to Sylvie Panet-Raymond, beautiful Sylvie. And she just said, you should just come audition. And I said, this is quite crazy. And I hung up, and that was just crazy talk. Anyway, I auditioned a year later, and I got in. And even then, it was still meant to be kind of, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just live my little fantasy life dream for 4 years, and then I'll like wake up and snap out of it and go back to being a businesswoman and probably move to Ottawa and buy my house in the suburbs and be a proper human being. And no, that didn't happen. I fell in love with the new world and freedom, and so that's how I came to dance. We've been brought together at Dancemakers to make dances, and that's the premise. But then we can balloon around this premise and then come back to this premise from like all kinds of expanded territories, and this is what I'm excited and actually feeling more and more calm about. And I mean, the work that I've been doing on myself is I'm just like digging into personal territory. My thing is, if I dig into me, then I feel like I can dig and reach out to others. And so, how does that happen with like 4 other people? Do I dig into them? Do they dig into them and I witness the digging into them? Are we digging into each other to dig out? But this seems to be what the work is, this digging and excavating while making, with making being the kind of common goal. I've been working on myself for the past 5 years, something like this, 6 years. I've been just working on myself, little hobbit alone. And so this is the return to exteriority and the return to being with other people. And so we will see what kinds of things I make with other people or that we make together. Wow, I can't even imagine what the past couple of years would have been like without him and my partner Mathieu in my life. They are really quite central to my making process. Most of the research goes down in our kitchen. Watching Roscoe roll around being, you know, this 2-year-old discovering scientist crazy man. And Mathieu and I making jokes while chopping up onions. This is where most of the work happens. And so it's, again, there's the overlaps just overlap more and more, and I'm I'm grateful to have this love base and this family.